Greetings from Florida. Here we're working on a BMW Z4, 2003 to 2008. This is the driver's side and the video is at double speed. We have the cover, the triangular cover for the side view mirror. That's going to come off. Need a small knife to get off the round cover behind the chrome handle, so you can get out the small Torx 20, perhaps 15 or 20 screw back there. You've got a screw behind the airbag cover. Magnet comes in handy. Carefully moving this plate. They crack quite easily. You got a couple screws behind there. And I want to say, I'm going to go with Torx 20 on that. I could be wrong. I think the one under the airbag cover was a Torx 30. But I'm pretty sure those are Torx 20s. If you find this video helpful, do me a favor, like, L-I-K-E, like the video. That'll help other people such as yourself find it. I also have the passenger side on YouTube as well. They're pretty similar, but so we're going to pull that off. And I could have removed the switch from the top, but I chose to remove it from the other side. Didn't want to scratch up the material. So we're taking off the cable that goes to the handle, and then we're going to take off the connectors. One there, one there. Set that aside for the time being. You may not need to remove the moisture barrier completely. Oh, the airbag. What I do is take the bolts out, let it hang for a minute, and then put one of them back. They say that if you go ahead and unplug the battery, that'll prevent the airbag from going off, but I think what you're going to find is that your airbag light will come on, in which case you need an airbag, BMW airbag reset tool. They're not expensive, they're 15 or 20 bucks, but if you don't have one, you don't want to get started with that. So the easy thing to do is I just leave the airbags right there. They're not going to go off unless you intentionally touch a positive and a negative wire to it somehow, which you're not going to do. Now, before you dive in, take a quick look and make sure you've got the correct regulator. You don't want to get into it and then find out you don't. Now, there's a metal clip that goes in the white guide, and that's what holds that ball bearing on to keep it in place. So you remove that clip. You can probably reuse the white guide, but you might want to get another one if yours is damaged. I was having trouble getting the window up, so I just cut the metal cable, which is fine. You can definitely cut the cable. Don't cut any electrical wires, but you can cut the cable. Over there, I'm going to say Torx. Was it Torx or 10 millimeter? I think it was a Torx 30. Nope. I was wrong. I'm sorry. It's a 10 millimeter socket. Getting this lined up is a little bit tricky, so that's why this video took a while. It actually took 48 minutes, but I cut it in half for you. So don't be surprised if yours takes a while as well. Now you can just go ahead and pull the glass up and put your $2.99 suction cup on there, which you can get at Harbor Freight Tools. you've got, I want to say 4 nuts and then 1 at the bottom. And that bottom one allows you to jiggle it back and forth so you can bring the glass more into the cockpit of the car or more away, depending on how you want to line up. There is a little bit of wiggle room on this, so you'll need to adjust it accordingly. Couple plastic clips there, which I think I just pushed out. The motor comes off these quite easily. Make sure you get everything out. And I think it's, are they Torx? I'm not sure. Let's see if I can see. See the Torx or Phillips, I can't recall. Take the motor off. You're going to put it on the new regulator. Let's get the new one in. Now the retaining clip bracket, I should say, is already on the glass. Be careful not to knock it off. You'll need to keep it on the glass. And that's what that bolt goes into. Putting on some of the 10mm nuts. Bosch tools, they're the best. I've had really good luck with them over the years. Highly recommend them. And that one's going on from the bottom. And even after the door panel is back on, you can easily adjust that one on the bottom, forward and backwards. Won't do anything for the glass side to side, but it will bring the glass farther in towards the cockpit or farther away. Shouldn't require a lot of adjustments there. Now the trick. You got to bring the glass down. Because you want to get that ball bearing, that post. Hang on. Yeah, that's what I'm pulling off right now. If you break it, you can easily get another one. They're not expensive. And I'm going to put that metal clip back onto it. I'm going to slide it into the channel on the glass. And then we're going to go ahead and pop the post from the regulator onto it. I think I want to get an open-ended wrench. If you find this beneficial, go ahead and like the video, L-I-K-E. Also, if you have any questions, ask them right here on YouTube and I can answer them for everybody. Glad to help you out. Now I am taking off the switch. Now, part of the trick here, the channel on your right, the vertical up and down channel on the right, by the way, spray a little bit, just a tinge of WD-40 in that channel. The glass needs to be in there properly, and sometimes it's on the outside of the channel, so this is not going to work out for you. So you need to get the glass in that channel on the right completely. You could still, in theory, install the glass, but it's not going to line up properly. Just a little bit of WD-40. I did not trim the problem that I was having here. I left it in there. You're welcome to go ahead and skip ahead if you'd like. But you'll probably go through the same thing. First thing I was trying to do was get the glass in that rubber run channel, the vertical channel on the right-hand side. Now what I'm doing there is using a punch and awl to try to line up the hole that's through the glass. There's a hole through the glass where that bracket is. And you need to get that lined up properly so you can get that 10mm bolt into it. And obviously low torque. You don't want to break the glass. So back to the awl, the punch, just trying to get that hole lined up properly. Using the magnet to get the bolt in properly. Sorry if I'm blocking some of this. It's a working farm. Oh, and I think at this point the battery had died on the car. And at this point, I think I'm trying to get it, yeah, I am trying to get it back in the channel without removing the glass again. And you do have some play on the channel where you can kind of pull it back a little bit towards the front of the car to get the groove over the glass, which I believe is what I'm doing right now. Now, if you have to reset the automatic, close the door, put your finger on the button like you want to put the window all the way up. Continue to hold the button after it's already up for about 15 seconds, and that should reset your auto up and your auto down. And now I'm just going to close the door and make sure it lines up, which that you can't see, but that's what I was doing. And the rest of this, I think you probably got under control. You should be able to watch it and figure it out. If you have any questions, ask right here on YouTube. And if you found this helpful, go ahead and do me a favor, like the video. And thank you for watching. Have a great week.